Hey gang, it's Will from Tested.
And it's Norm from Tested.
Norman Chan, it's Millennium Falcon time.
That's right. To cap off this week of build, weeks of build, we are tackling the ongoing project, the Millennium Falcon studio scale model.
The fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy.
That's right. So if you didn't catch us last month, what we're doing is over the span of possibly 2 years, at least a year, we are one part at a time assembling a studio scale Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. So in the UK, you get this in newsstands, or you subscribe to it. It comes like a magazine. We are up. We've done the first 4 issues, I think. Is that right?
In the U.S., the U.S. distributor for DeAgostini, that's the company who sells this, they release this in monthly packs. So each month you get like one of these packs of components, and then it's assembled like this. So
instead of weekly, we get it monthly. We get 4 packs.
Exactly.
Makes sense. The math checks out.
This week, I think we're going to try to accomplish maybe 2 months worth of packs. And the kit itself it's a really cool kit because you're building the whole structure, the frame, with the hull on top of it.
We've talked about this before. It's been on YouTube. It's also a premium series on Tested.com. So we'll do an episode here, and then the rest of the episodes for this cycle, I guess we'll call it, will be on Tested.com. If you want to watch them, you have to be a premium member. You can go to Tested.com/membership, and if you sign up now, you get an awesome print drawn by Adam. It's really super gorgeous.
It's about his model making.
It's his ILM model making toolkit, which seems apropos.
Very appropriate.
Which model is this of the Millennium Falcon, Norm?
I believe this is the Empire Strikes Back studio scale shooting model.
So it's the 3 foot across one, not the 6 foot across one or 5 foot across one?
Yep, 3 foot across one. And the cool thing about this one is that in the end there will be some lights, it'll be a cross section you can open up, so some of the interior. And we talked about this last time. This does, even though it does come painted, like for example this piece is painted, we're going to be applying our own paint job, hopefully with Adam, at the end of the entire build, or maybe even throughout.
Might take it over to the shop, make it a one-day build. We don't know how that's going to go yet.
Exactly.
So if you want to follow along,
Tested.com/membership.
There you go.
Or just continue watching today. This one's a freebie. The way we're tackling this is they're coming issues. We're going to each build an issue. So issue 5.
I'll do issue 5.
Here we go. Here's the bag for issue 5. I think
excellent. It's cleverly labeled.
Fairly simple.
Issue 5.
Pop that open. And we'll get right into it.
They went to the archives and stuff to do the actual research to build this model.
I think they actually pulled the design from the Master Replica studio scale, which Steve Dimzo and the team at Master Replica did way back when. So they used it wasn't exactly 3D scanning, but like some type of laser scanning, point cloud scanning to get the structure right, get the patterns right.
There's a circuit board in here.
Oh, lights. So we mentioned earlier, this is something that people I think can buy either newsstands or get as an actual a weekly subscription.
I think the word on the street is that in the UK, if you don't do it as a subscription, eventually newsstands stop stocking them because 2 or 3 weeks in, it doesn't matter. And we actually learned about this from Adam. Adam's building. We saw this in Adam's shop and asked questions, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's a kit. You guys can totally, it's something that everybody can get." Blah blah blah. And we immediately went and ordered it.
And because it is a magazine, you're getting a lot of information about the Star Wars universe. For example, the Corellian Engineering Corporation.
Did you air quote information?
Information. CEC is one of the what are the Galaxy's big three starship manufacturers? Trivia. I'll give you Corellian Engineering Corporation.
Okay, Corellian Engineering Corporation.
They made the Falcon, and also they made the Blockade Runner. Makes sense.
Okay, that Corellian Corvette. Yeah.
Yep.
Is it Kryvyat Drive Yards?
It is the Kuwait Drive Yards.
Drive Yards.
Wow. Very impressive. And there's one more. It's something Fleet Systems.
Is it Starfleet Systems? That seems like it may be too close to somebody else's
Sinar
IP.
Fleet Systems.
I wouldn't have ever gotten that one. The Kryvyat Drive Yards is where the B-Wing came from. I remember that because of Kuwait. I know that because of the original LucasArts totally awesome X-Wing game, the B-Wing expansion to it.
Very good. Okay, I'm not going to give away too much detail.
So the way this works is one person is the navigator, and one person's the pilot.
Just like Chewie and Han.
So you're playing Chewie today.
I'll play Chewie today.
I guess. I mean, is Chewie the navigator?
Chewie is the navigator.
Okay.
Chewie punches it.
Maybe
Wait.
Chewie's the pilot.
I think Chewie's the pilot.
Because like on the space shuttle, the pilot was not the one in charge. It was the commander that was in charge. So maybe I'm the pilot and you're the commander, and then we'll switch next episode.
Chewie does punch it.
It's a communications game. About communication.
Cool diagram here. Modular configuration. And also, I didn't even know that the Falcon, the different models of the Falcon, there are actually multiple configurations.
Of the top and stuff?
Look at the bottom. Look at the engines. Look at that. This is weird. This is some expanded universe knowledge.
You know what the model number of the Millennium Falcon is?
YT 39,000?
1300.
1300.
It's written on the page that I was just looking at.
Okay. So,
I've got a circuit board.
all right, where the parts fit. So these parts, this issue brings you a selection of parts, including the first electronic component, the cockpit bulkhead lighting panel. You also have more cockpit details, plus sections of the interior.
So the cockpit lighting model has a bunch of LEDs, the resistors for the LEDs.
So presumably that fits
somewhere
in there.
I would think it goes like right here. Oh, I see. Hold on, I can figure this out myself.
And you also get instrument panels. Wait, hold on. Let's.
It's already done. It's on.
Wait,
it's
fitting
too late.
the lighting panel.
I did it.
One, take the cockpit bulkhead that you've been working on with the lighting panel supplied this time. Align the lighting panel to the back with the LEDs facing the bulkhead, and you got to screw it in with a single screw.
It's one single screw. I need the screwdriver. So this goes into the door. So if you see.
Do you need a...
Oh no! The cockpit fell apart. It's supposed to. It's only a loose fit together.
You need 00?
I just screws, small screwdrivers.
Right, here you go, 00.
I'm shedding over here.
All right. Do you have the single screw?
Yeah, it's right here. I just got to. It's like pressure fit. Am I supposed to push this on hard?
It just says
with the single screw.
Secure it with the single screw. Not too difficult. I'm going to go read some more astrographical data.
So the one thing, do they explain how the Kessel Run can be parsecs?
Oh, wait, let me see.
How they measure time as parsecs? Because that's my favorite, like, retcon science thing of all time. They did it in a Kevin Anderson book, I think, who's a pretty good author. I had a brief period of my life when I delved deep into the dark side of Star Wars.
Do you know what Corellia is?
It's a planet. It's a
Did
system,
you know that
actually.
Corellia came into existence in 1977 when Lucasfilm set out to provide Han Solo with a background story? George Lucas, continue. Oh, you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
It was one screw.
Okay.
Look, mission accomplished, guys.
All right. 2 auxiliary panels. These are the instrument panels. Are fitted below the cockpit windows to the left and right of the ship's crew.
I got it.
You can plug these 2 molded parts into the slotted cockpit base, but do not glue them until you are ready to complete the assembly. That's good, because we don't have the glue today.
We don't have the glue here.
Okay.
Glue not hold on.
Push fit. He's got to push fit the tabs.
Pressure. Okay, pressure fitting. There's so much. There's a lot of in this early phases of this thing. There's a lot of like just rest this here so you can feel like you've done something. I think that's backwards. Which is it? The pointy? Is it the small end forward or the big end forward?
It is the small end forward.
Smaller end forward. Yeah, I did it backwards. It's like this doesn't look right. There's a curve.
We continue with Corellia. George Lucas had originally called Han's homeworld Krell. This was described as a forbidding gaseous world with cities floating in the clouds, an idea later used as a basis for Bespin. In the canceled novel Alien Exodus, Corellia was to be named after Antonia Corelli, pilot of a 25th century spacecraft from Earth. What?
Oh, Earth was originally in the Star Wars universe?
When this ship is displaced by a wormhole to another galaxy and time, its passengers and crew became the first humans in the Star Wars universe.
You know, now...
that makes no sense.
Well, 1970. Now, the Disney-owned Star Wars, that could be the plot of the black hole. The black hole, Ernest Borgnine could be the precursor of all humans in the Star Wars universe.
There's some great photos here.
Did you ever read Splinter of the Mind's Eye?
I did not.
So Splinter of the Mind's Eye was a book that was written, it was published by Del Rey, I think, who did the original Star Wars movie novelizations.
Yep, and it was between episode 4 and 5 before there was an episode 5.
It was before there was an episode 5, before they even knew that there would be a sequel. And I
Yep.
read it because I was a kid and Star Wars was out, and I wanted
it
to
was
read
about
everything. I wanted anything I could do with Star Wars.
Luke and Leia
Yep, and
meeting-
C-3PO and R2-D2.
meeting Vader.
Vader, they found a Force crystal on a
Yes,
planet
a
called
red
something or
Force
other.
crystal.
Yeah. And
Famous book cover.
Luke and Leia and C-3PO rode in Leia's lap on a Y-Wing. And R2-D2 rode in the back of the X-Wing or something. I don't know. It was weird. It's a weird book.
Ralph McQuarrie did the book cover.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It's lovely art on the book cover. Still remember it.
Okay.
What's next? I feel like I have two more pieces to put together.
The passage tube. That's the passage tube.
I have the passage tube.
And lower half is 9 molded pins, which fit onto the 9 matching sockets in the top. Bam. Simple.
I feel
And
like
then
I've really-
the cockpit bulkhead will fit into this molded groove of the passage tube. But do not attempt to fix it in place yet. So
Oh.
just slide it in, but you don't need to glue it. You can fit the two halves together and gently press the pins into the sockets to form the tube. These parts must not be glued together. Thank goodness we did it.
It's a good thing it's a good thing when I said, "Hey Norm, do you have everything we need today?"
Good.
And you said, "Yeah, sure."
It's good.
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. And I believe.
Which end is the passage
Oh my
tube?
goodness.
It's this way.
There's
Look,
9 molded
it
grooves.
just nestles in. There's 9 molded grooves, really?
It goes inside. You have to pop it out.
Oh! No, good thing I didn't glue it.
Yeah, good thing you didn't glue it.
Okay, I'm not
Oh
going
my goodness. Did you
to explode.
Oh, don't break it.
We can glue the pins back, it's fine. What's the worst that happens? 26 months.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Aha! And I believe that concludes book 5.
That was fulfilling. It's a bit underwhelming, book 5. I'm going to go ahead and just lay that one out there.
Well, that's 1 week.
Are we doing another book in this episode?
We're
or
doing, yeah, of
is
course.
this it?
No, we got
thus
at least 2 books. An episode. Come on, Will.
This is a delicate work. I'm doing a terrible job. It's hard to get it where I can see it. There we go.
Fantastic. All right, let's hand that over.
Would you like to touch the cockpit?
I'll grab the cockpit.
Gentle but firm, Norm.
All right, here's book 6.
Screw holder, screwdriver, flush cutters, needle noses. Where did I put the tweezers?
It's fine.
Oh, they're in my left hand. Book 6. Build the model, explore the galaxy. Today's episode is about the Falcon's holotable, which we know now is called the Djark game.
That's right. Ooh.
Last time we talked about the holo chess, we got a lot of comments. And there's a visitor's guide to Chewbacca's home planet. Do you know what Chewbacca's home planet is called?
Kashyyyk.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk?
Oh man, I got many more pieces than you this time, and I got decals.
Man, I totally screwed it.
Next, you can start next one first if you want.
Well, let's see. Is this 6? What's 7
6.
look like? Well, we'll look. We'll scout
We'll
it out.
see. Yeah. That's for tomorrow.
This is a whole thing about Dash Rendar's Outrider. Do you remember which Star Wars spin-off game features Dash Rendar?
No.
Neither do I.
Shadow of the Empire.
Shadow of the Empire,
shouts
says
Joey from off screen.
Dash Rendar, is he?
The Shadow of the Empire is the Nintendo 64 game, right?
Yeah.
Or is that the CD-ROM game?
No, Rebel Assault was CD-ROM game.
Oh, yeah.
It's also a good book.
Joey says it's a good book as well.
Is that Luke's friend?
No, you're thinking about Biggs.
No, the other guy. The deleted scene where he's like.
That's Biggs.
No. Is it Biggs?
Biggs. You're thinking about Wedge Antilles, who's not Luke's friend.
No. The one who's like.
The one with the mustache.
The mustache
and the checkerboard
guy.
helmet. That's Biggs.
He's like, Luke, you gotta get off this planet.
Yeah.
Join the rebellion. He's like
Yeah.
a hippie.
And he blows up.
Totally was a hippie.
He's a space trucker. He gets blown up in the first 15 minutes of the Death Star assault. Spoilers.
Look at this.
Some pretty
Look at
good.
these pieces.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right, so
Can we get to the instructions?
yes, let's get to instructions. Issue 6.
Oh yeah, the Falleen Prince Zizor was the leader of the Black Sun Crime Syndicate. I think your book was better too. There's a lot of prequel
Wow.
crap here with the Kashyyyk planet.
Okay, I need very detailed instructions.
Yep, don't mess up. Number 1. Wow, you have a lot of stuff to do here.
Yep.
Okay, so you should have control levers. That's the silver one.
Okay, and
You should have instrument panels.
I do have instrument panels,
No, those aren't instrument panels. The other things are
Instrument
instrument
panels?
panels. Yeah.
stickers, decals.
And then you should have plant-on details, greeblies.
greeblies.
Keep the spruce safely until it's time to separate the details and glue them onto the hull. So don't do that right now. Don't cut those off.
Don't cut those off.
Don't cut anything off.
Okay.
Then you have interior decals.
Okay.
So part 10, that curved thing,
Yep.
forms the support for the bench seat positioned next to the Dejeric board.
Okay.
Okay. Assemble the cockpit shell. It will
So
not.
that's these two pieces.
It will not be permanently glued together in order to leave you access to service the lights.
service the lights.
Before completing the interior of the cockpit, you can test assemble the parts and see how they fit onto the passage tube leading from the cockpit. You know, looking at how those lights go on, I think it might be in our interest, if there's space, to 3D print a grid, game frame style,
We could totally.
to isolate the lights from each other.
We can do that. Oh.
Also,
Whoa.
the yolks aren't permanently attached,
damn
so
it.
don't turn it upside down. You'll need the tweezers to get those back in. Okay, so the first thing you want are the two curved pieces of the cockpit, which I think you've already put together.
Yep. And this is a good place to illustrate that a paint job, a post-paint job is really necessary, because you notice that on the top here, it's a little more weathered, and you can see on the bottom it's clean.
You're not going to be able to weather it unless it's all together.
Yeah.
is the
So
takeaway.
you want to have both sides match, and so this will need a new paint job.
So that means you're going to have to either mask those windows or take the whole thing apart in order to do that painting.
I don't think there are windows.
I bet there's windows. You don't think so?
I don't think there are windows.
Huh.
Anyway,
Okay. Holding the halves together firmly, fit the two larger locating lugs on the cockpit link ring into the indicated recesses.
let me put these yolks back. These
I think that's the hyperdrive actuator.
Yeah. Ooh. Hold on. There it goes. Okay, sorry, what am I doing?
Holding the halves together firmly of the cockpit,
Got it.
fit the two larger locating lugs on the cockpit link ring into the indicated recesses.
What?
So this is the link ring,
Okay. And so
and
this
it only goes on
recesses.
one way. Just look at it. Look at it and then do it, not
There-
the other way around. There's one side has two rings, two spots, and one side has one. Oh no, they both have two spots.
Yep. I believe this is the way.
Okay.
Got it.
Take the passage tube you put together in issue 5 and fit the cockpit shell over it so that the small locating lug on the link ring slots into the indicated recesses. So there's smaller locks on the other side of the link ring, and
It's like putting on a camera lens.
it is like putting on a camera lens, except for it doesn't lock. I don't think you twist to lock. I think it's down. Looks down. I think it looks like you're.
It's close. I mean, look at this. It should only go one way. My goodness. My goodness gracious. Let me actually make sure I know where these are going.
This is really tense.
Okay, I see this lock goes here, and that goes. I think it's only one. It's only one locking thing.
It says 2.
Two.
Oh no! So small locating lug.
Oh, God damn it! Those things fell
That's
out
going to be a
again.
problem. They just both fell off now.
It's okay.
Aren't you going to put those things back on? We'll lose those in a minute.
No, we're not gonna. We're gonna assemble this
There you
later
go.
anyway. It's still not fitting. Come on.
If we're going to assemble this later, why are we doing all this stuff?
Okay. Because it looks cool.
You do a lot of things because they look cool.
God damn it.
Do you want me to take a stab at it? You can phone a friend. You can ask the audience.
It only should go one way.
Or you can 50-50. You might have gotten the other ring on upside down.
No, because it's.
I think it only goes
one.
one way looking at the way the rings are.
All right. Anyway, what's the next step?
Get this done and then move on to the next step.
Oh, there it goes. Thank goodness.
Okay, now put the hyperspeed yolks back in there.
Okay.
Preparing the instrument panels. Oh, it's good you're doing this one. It's a sticker one.
Yep.
As has been previously established, you are one of the best sticker appliers I've ever seen.
Oh, it's gonna be. All right. Anyway.
Do you need help?
No, it's fine.
Doesn't sound
That
fine. It
will-
sounds like
that-
there's a piece rattling around in there.
We'll get that out eventually. We're going to disassemble this anyway. There it goes.
There you go.
This will all be disassembled before, and glued together after we paint it.
Okay.
Anyway, next step.
The 3 rear instrument panels form a complete arc in front of the rear bulkhead. You will not be gluing the parts until later, but as the 2 stickers for the instrument display span the joints, they will hold the assembly in place once you fit them. Locate the 2 ribs on each of the 3 instrument panels. So there are instrument panels, they're the black pieces. Yeah.
Right here.
Yep. See the ribs? They have so those line up. They go toward the rear of the cockpit. Lay out the instrument panels
Wait. So we need to. The cockpit needs to come out again.
You're gonna have to take it apart at some point.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah, I
this
don't
was
know why I
not-
told you to
Yeah,
put that
why did you
on.
tell me to put this on?
Seems like
Oh god.
Oh god. Okay, that
No,
was
it's
easy.
fine.
You have to take the whole thing apart because the cockpit has to come out too. You can take it, strip it all the way down. That was really frustrating. That was a lot of work for nothing.
There it goes. There it
No,
goes.
no.
No, it's fine.
You
It's
gotta
fine.
take the tube out too,
The tube is.
because you got to break those 2 pieces in half.
Okay.
Literally, you've disassembled now everything that I did in the last step.
Okay.
You got to take the tube apart.
Oh my goodness.
Be real careful. Those are real fragile. What's that big black spot on the bottom of the tube? Is that just? Oh, it's
Damage?
A hole. Yeah. Access
Mold.
point. Space mold. Minox.
Space
Minox
mold.
fever.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So locate the 2 ribs on the back on the thing on the ring,
Yep.
and on the other 2 pieces as well.
With a small ring or the.
The big. So they all line up together, and they make they make a thing that looks like my hands, like this.
Okay. Okay.
And they
But
only go one way
but
because of
they
the
don't-
ribs
They
line
don't
up.
connect.
But the stickers are going to hold them together.
Really?
That's what it says.
Holy moly.
You will not be gluing the parts until later, but as the 2 stickers for the instrument display span the joints, they will hold the assembly in place
Oh
once you
my
fit
god. Okay.
them. Okay.
All right.
So lay out the instrument panels like that with the ribs down. That's right.
Yep.
Now, take the sticker
Yes.
and put the white. You have 2 stickers, right?
Yep.
So hold them up. Let me see them so I can tell which one's which. The one in your left hand needs to be rotated 180 degrees, and now flipped it down flat from there, like this. Like, put the edge that's tilt it down toward you so you can see the surface. No, it doesn't go on the outside. It goes on the inside.
It goes on the inside.
Yeah, but that goes on the left side of the assembly.
So like here.
No, yeah. I can't. That's the second one you do, but I think so. No, it rotated 180 degrees.
Well, your description. If I look at the
Listen.
picture, then it's much easier.
Yeah, but this is the deal. Your day, no cheats.
Okay, there it goes. I've got it.
No, you
it's
don't.
gonna go like this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I believe I do have it.
You have sussed it out. However, it starts in the middle, so do the other one too, so you know where it goes, before you start willy-nilly sticking stuff on.
Okay, and that goes like that.
Hold on, let me see. I can't see because your finger's in the way. No, it dangles over the edge. So that starts literally in the middle. Is it dangling over the edge?
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
okay. Yeah, then yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And you're
Okay.
starting on that middle joint? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, do that. The yellow corner of that first panel
Is in the bottom
in
right.
the bottom left.
Yes, bottom left of that first panel.
Oh, these fuckers. They flip this back and forth like 3 times so that you can't tell which way is up. Like in the first picture, it's one orientation, the next picture, it's in the other orientation. Literally
very
180 degree
confusing.
rotation.
It's so confused.
The white lines indicate the joins between the flat panels.
What?
So the white lines on that sticker should be where the
Oh,
joins
yes.
are.
Yes, it is, and they are.
Okay. And you go ahead and stick the second one to the panel.
So, Will,
Yes.
if I do this, do I put the outside piece on now?
That's what I just said literally 3 seconds ago.
Okay.
I can't tell how close they're supposed to be. It
It's
doesn't
done.
really show you.
It's done.
Okay, so now do the same thing on the other side. On the other side, the white rectangle, the long white horizontal rectangle, is on the right side. It should be on the overhang piece.
Long white horizontal rectangle.
The white outlined horizontal rectangle. Up, nope, right, that one right there.
Is on the.
Yeah, you have it oriented correctly.
Okay.
Let me see your thing. Yeah, okay, you're good. You're okay to go.
Okay to go.
Okay to go.
Okay to go. Okay to go.
Okay to
done.
go.
It's done.
Are you overhanging the white with the flat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's all glued. Done.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Attaching the control levers. The
Okay.
4 control levers provided plug into the holes in the forward console as shown below right. But they are easily dislodged unless they are glued. You may find it safer to wait until you're gluing the rest of the interior together.
Let's wait.
Okay.
I'm not even going to pry them out.
I'm going to pop them out.
Because we'll lose those immediately. Next.
Okay.
Please?
Cockpit assembly. You can test assemble the passage tube again to see how the cockpit and rear instrument display fit inside. In issue 7, you will see how to complete the cockpit detailing and assemble this area permanently. Ooh, that's next.
That's next.
We better get some glue. The lower half of the passage tube has a channel to take the bulkhead in. We've already done this.
Okay.
I think let's not do this because we're going to do it next episode.
What about the greeblies?
It says the intricate planted on details it, blah, 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 kit bashing, blah, 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 blah. Hold on.
Because we could put the greeblies on.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say where to put the greeblies on?
No, so these. So this is a 6-wheeled Tyrrell car above. Includes several parts used repeatedly on the Millennium Falcon prop.
Oh, you're learning about where the source parts for the greeblies came from. That's fantastic.
Among other places, these Tamiya kit parts appear with some pieces trimmed off in front of the laser turret on the outside of the passage tube, which is where the example provided with this issue will be fitted. We are not fitting it now.
Okay.
It says in the very beginning, Part 11 is a sprue containing 11 small components that will be used to add extra detail to the exterior hull plating in areas like that shown above. Keep it safely until it's time to separate the details and glue them onto the hull.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Cool.
So we haven't actually gotten to do anything yet. Still just pressure fit. We've assembled so far to date. All that we've assembled is this, that sticker you did, the gun, and the top turret bit, which was just one piece, and then the seats in the cockpit, which I think are still just pressure fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing is permanent in the ring. Okay.
Check back tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're going to continue the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
And I think we're going to do at least...
Wait. 2 weeks worth of kits. We're only going to do probably 2 more episodes.
Exactly. 3 more episodes.
3 more episodes.
At least. Come back, and of course, we have that promotion going on right now. So go to tested.com/membership.
Yep.
And what week is this? Oh my God, we're at Comic-Con this week.
Oh, yeah.
It's also Comic-Con, so enjoy the stuff at Comic-Con.
Yeah. We'll see you guys tomorrow or next week or, some other time. Bye. Thanks for watching. Do we have any super glue?
We do not have any super glue. Let me see if this requires.